Is joint custody always the best option? My name is Goldman. I'm the director and founder of Goldman and Associates. Our firm has a primary focus on family law issues right here in Michigan. Today, we're going to continue our video series designed to educate and inform the public. So please subscribe to our channel. You know, there is a general push toward a joint situation with respect to custody. You do see nationwide, the courts are always trying to get both parents to participate equally in the raising of the child. So there is sort of a push or support for joint custody, but it's not always the best option. It is common. It is common for the court to give either joint physical or at least joint legal custody in a lot of these cases, but it only works if you have cooperative parents. The court can give people joint custody, but if the parents don't cooperate and they're fighting like cats and dogs all the time, eventually the court is going to be faced with having to make the decision that goes something like this. Gee, I gave you joint custody, but it doesn't seem you guys can agree on what time of day it is. This was a mistake. I can't do it. Therefore, I'm switching it from joint to sole. I'm giving one person responsibility because the partners can't agree on everything. Now, is that person going to be you or the other person? That's really hard to tell. So it's obviously, since you can't predict that, it's in everybody's best interest to try and work things out, to try and cooperate in a joint setting. Conflict makes it harder, though, and therefore the court's going to have to decide what's in the best interest of the child. And if you think for a minute that the court's going to decide, well, it's in the best interest of the child that these two warring parents should share custody, it's not likely that the court is going to find that. It's more likely that the court is going to take this and go down the approach that's the most reasonable set of circumstances, the approach that presents the most reasonable alternative given what we got here. So a lot of people go, well, if we can't have joint custody, then I want custody because the court's going to give it to me. Yeah, you can file that petition, but be pretty confident that the court's going to give you the nod, because what'll likely happen is you'll file for sole custody. The other side will file a competing petition for sole custody. Now the court's going to have to decide between the two of you. Will the court decide you? Well, if you're pretty confident, you got stuff going for you, okay, great. But again, if it's a 50-50 proposition, one person may end up losing what joint custody they do have. So there's a lot of strategy involved. You got to be very careful about it. If you have any questions about this, reach out and we'll be glad to help you out.
248-588